Okay, carrying on from the train station, where we pulled into the train station, we've come to Mallinsons Brewery, and I am with Elaine, who's going to go through and show us the brewery and give us a quick tour. Yeah, thank you, Elaine, for this. What's on the back of your t-shirt, first of all?
Hop-headed woman.
Hop-headed woman. So, if you're not aware of this, females in the UK are classed as brewsters.
Yes.
Brewsters, okay. So, what's the first stage of the process then, Elaine?
Right, well, the first stage is that... Tara's going to tell me this. The first stage of the process is we usually line up all our malts along here.
Okay,
all
along the floor here.
For whatever brew that we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then that will be mashed into the mash tun here.
Okay.
Yeah. This, at the moment, if you want to have a look.
Yeah, sure.
That's what's left of the malt.
Oh, look at that.
So that was for our dark mild.
That's your dark mild. What percent is that?
3.4.
3.4.
Yeah.
I love a mild. I love a good mild.
So it's mashed in basically direct into the sack.
Yeah.
So we use this lifter.
Okay.
Put the sack onto the lid.
Yeah.
And then we just use the hot water through here.
Yeah.
Mash it in manually. And then it basically sits in here for a while.
Okay,
once it's mashed in.
Yeah.
And then we start sparging.
Oh, I know where you get it's like a water sprinkling system.
Yeah. So it's attached to the lid.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. So let's have a look at that.
The pressure of the water spins it round and just all the little hole just comes out and just percolates through the malt.
And this is Tara Mallinson, by the way, who knows all about it. She's the one who does all the brew.
You're there, brew. We get an interview with you in a moment.
That's excellent.
So, is there like a tea bag effect in the bottom of these, where the hot liquor comes through?
Yeah, basically there's like a giant colander.
That's it.
Plate,
yeah.
A big plate with holes in it, which is sitting on a rubberized ring around the edge.
Okay.
So all the malt's sitting on it, and then when you're sparging it, then it will go through. And then it comes out here.
Yeah.
And we've got an underback and a valentine here.
So it goes through this.
So basically that'll connect up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this'll connect between the mash tun and the copper.
I see.
That goes like onto there.
Ah, right, I got you.
Yeah, through there. And there's float switches in there.
Float switches, so basically as it fills up, as soon as it hits that top switch, that turns the pump on, it sucks the beer out, and then it starts filling up again. So it just keeps going up and down, and that process takes about, how long does that take? About an hour and 3/4.
An hour and 3/4. And then after the hour and 3/4, what's the next stage of the brewing process?
So then it's going into the copper.
Yeah.
Where as it's going in, we've already got the heating elements on to start heating up the beer, and that will be constantly filling up until we've got to about this sort of depth in there.
Yeah.
And then once it starts to boil, we'll start to add hops.
I see.
And I don't know what have you added to this brew.
It's got it's a mild. It's not got a lot in.
Yeah. Can we have a look at the top?
Oh, yeah, let's have a look at it steaming outside. I'm just going to go outside a moment. So we're back, we're on the outside now, looking at all them beautiful, you really smell the beer brewing, smells absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Beautiful September's day.
I don't know whether you want to have a peek up there.
Oh, there we go.
Right, yeah, it might get steamy up there.
Look at that.
We're about halfway through.
So it's halfway through. Lovely. Great.
So once it's had all the hops put in, and then it's boiled a bit more, and then when it comes off the boil, sometimes put some late hops in as well.
Yeah.
Just so you get really good aroma. Then we use this pump and the plate heat exchanger to chill the beer.
Okay.
And put it into one of these fermenting vessels. So this one here, Tara's been sterilising, and has this been rinsed as well?
Yeah, it's been sterilised.
So all the inside has been sterilised and rinsed, and it basically goes through the plate heat exchanger.
Yeah.
Cold water's filling it, coming in from the other direction.
Yeah.
And then so it will chill the beer and heat the cold water up, so the now heated hot water goes back into the hot liquor tank.
Down the end there, yeah.
So that's at a reasonable temperature for tomorrow's brew.
Right.
And then the rest of it is at a suitable temperature now for it to go into the fermenting vessel and for you to pitch your yeast.
Oh yes, yeah, that's where you pitch the yeast into this part of the brew.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And that will stay in the fermenting vessel for about 5 or 6 days, yeah.
Okay. So what happens after the 5 or 6 days? Where do you then start to bottle it or put it in casks?
Well, I mean, during that process, Tara will have been monitoring it to make sure that the gravity of the beer is right, because we want to get the final strength accurate at the end of it.
Okay.
Then she'll start to cool it, so that we've got no more activity going on in the fermenting vessel, and then we'll start to fill up the casks. So all the casks will get sterilised.
Yes.
We wash them inside and out anyway with a pressure wash. But then...
Well, you notice the difference in temperature when you come in this room. So the beer has to be kept at a lot cooler degrees, is it?
Temperature now.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we like to... I don't know how lots of other breweries... The brewery ideally would keep all its beer at cellar temperature, just because it's better for the shelf life of the beer, it stays in better condition.
Fantastic.
I mean, you can tell if you haven't put the coolers on, and it's starting to heat up over the summer months, and you know you're getting to April, May, then you have to be careful because some of them might pop.
Wow.
If they get warm, especially if they've been dry hopped, then you can get a few explosions.
Oh, look at that!
That was one of our first explosions.
Let me zoom in on that. So that's actual beer residue there up on the ceiling there.
Yeah, we never quite got up there.
Fantastic. Great.
So
what do we have here then?
This is basically it's our chemical wash. So we first sterilise the casks with hot caustic. So there's a heating element and a pump. And your cask goes on top of it upside down. Right. And you just spray the hot caustic inside it for about 3.5 minutes.
I see.
Once it's finished and it's drained off, we usually inspect it with a torch just to make sure that there's nothing.
Everything's nice and clean, yeah.
You know, if they come back after about a year or something, then you can still get staining, so then we'll have to get the bleach out or put one again, make sure there's nothing inside. And then they'll be rinsed for an equal amount of time on the rinse. I usually rinse them for a bit longer. So this is just cold water. I'll do it gently so you don't get a splash. But
there you go.
So obviously when you put it on full power, it spurts up and
cleaning the barrels out.
Yeah. And we also use a bit of acetic acid as well, because what we'll tend to do is we'll tend to sterilise them and then maybe leave them overnight or for 2 days. So by putting a lid back on them, fill them up with paracetic, that just makes sure that nothing else harmful goes off, and then that's emptied out. And
that acid as well, it totally evaporises anyway once it's been...
I mean, it's one thing that brewers tend to use a lot. They use it to sterilise the bottles, so
absolutely.
Use it in the casks.
Good stuff.
And then it stays, once they're wrapped up, they stay in here for preferably 2 weeks before they go out.
So they stay in this room for 2 weeks. Let's have a look at all the different casks we got here.
And they're all lined up by different dial number, so each brew.
Oh, would you like to go through a couple of the, not all of them, but just a couple of the brews we got here?
This one's Jupiter.
Okay, and
what's our Space series of beers?
Fantastic.
So that's a bit of a one-off. We probably won't brew that again unless everyone says to us, wow, that was amazing, then we'll brew it again.
And how is it? Is it a hoppy beer, a pale ale?
Pale and hoppy, yeah. Most of them are pale and hoppy.
Okay.
And this is interesting. This is
gold.
That's one of our single hop beers, so we do that quite a few times.
There's 6 of these brewers Golder, all the way along there. Look at pints and pints of beautiful beer.
This one, Mallinsons Tower, it's only the second time we've done it, and the first time was about 2 years ago.
Okay,
but
yeah.
People at the time said, oh, we really like that.
Oh, wow.
So we waited until we got, because we used quite unusual hops in it, I think, and so we waited until we got the right sort of hops and then we could do it again. This one's nearly gone now, it's nearly sold out. This is Triple Nelson.
Right. I just squeeze in here, sorry. And, it's a bit upside down, but here we go. Triple Nelson.
So Tara did that. She basically she brewed at 3 stages of hopping.
Yeah.
She put in 3 lots of Nelson Sauvignon hops, but combined with different hops at each stage. So it's a Triple Nelson.
I see.
That's the Station Best, which was the one you had.
Yes, there we go. Let's have a look at this. This is the one on YouTube if you want to check it out. Station Best Bitter. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Good bottle condition beer.
That's one that we do for one pub. It's called Bobtown Blonde. They get through quite a few of those.
So brew for individual pubs as well.
So that's their house beer. So they always have that on the bar. This is our Halloween, and it's part of a competition. It's called Which Hop.
Ah, right. Okay. So, you got to guess.
You got to guess which hop it is, and then it's a crate of beers for the one who gets it right.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, and I think that's Lily Pale Ale, number regular.
Lily Pale Ale, nice, nice. Okay, part 2 of the brewery tour of Mallinsons Brewery. Just going to have a look at all the malts here.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
We tend to use Muntons for our malt.
Yeah.
Just because we started using them from the start, and we've always been really happy.
Yeah.
Besides malts, we've got lager malt here.
Yeah.
All of our malt is crushed, so we're not able to crush it ourselves. So crushed lager malt. We've got extra pale here. Yeah. And then we've got the normal Mallinsons pale at the end.
Is that a month's worth there?
It's a week's worth.
That's a week's worth?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So if we'll use in a 4.2 beer, we'll probably use about 6 bags.
Oh wow.
So
wow. That is a lot, yeah.
And then obviously we'll occasionally have some other malts in, so I've got some wheat malt in because I think she wants to do a stronger beer there.
Wheat beer, so you do. And on top there we've got
lovely hops.
Lovely hops. Yeah. You do like your hoppy beers.
Yes.
You do like your hoppy beers. And then moving on, Alison, is it?
Yes.
Hi, Alison. So, what are you doing over here then?
This is the bottling area.
Okay.
So, bottle 218 bottles a time.
280, is that a day? 218 a day? And that includes capping them, labelling them.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm just going to catch this process here you're doing. Magic. So it's an automatic filling system, is it? The machine kind of knows when it's filled up.
It's like a toilet system.
Ah, right. Awesome. Fantastic. Great. And then we come over here to them being capped, is it? Is that what this machine does?
That's right, yes. But first of all, I always check manually that they are at the right level.
At the right level. Great.
Cap machine.
Oh, I got you.
Caps have been sterilised as well.
Right. Fantastic, look at that. And you box them all in and then they go over to the storage area?
That's right, into the warm room.
Into the warm room, okay. Okay, that's it for Mallinsons Brewery Tour. Thanks for watching and